Greetings, sisters and brothers. I want to send out some Pan-African greetings to fellow Pan-Africans all over the world. This is Milton Ali Mahdi, publisher of Black Star News. Please visit us, as always, on blackstarnews.com, and adjunct professor of African history at John Jay College here in New York City. I just want to make some brief comments regarding the developments this past week in London, when a British Member of Parliament, Paul Williams, asked the British government from the floors of Parliament during that period when members of Parliament get to engage with fellow parliamentarians and members of the British administration. And Paul Williams asked, would the government of Britain take this opportunity during the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, which is being held in London, to make it known to the Ugandan Dictator General Yoweri Museveni that good governance includes leaving office. And he specifically said that after 32 years, Museveni's rule in Uganda has now become a barrier to Uganda's development, which is of course many Ugandans have been saying for a long time now. Now, this is a good development. And why is this? Because Britain, together with the United States, happen to be the two reasons why Museveni has remained in power for such a long time, even though his rule has been ruinous to Uganda, economically and human rights wise. Many Ugandans have lost their lives because General Museveni relies only in bullets in terms of maintaining his regime. The British and the American administration provide the bulk of the financial resources and the diplomatic cover that sustained General Museveni's dictatorship. Even though they know he's stolen the last few elections, including the one in 2016 when he stole it from the actual winner, Dr. Kizza Besigye. And even the US administration made it clear that they knew those elections were not free, fair, or legitimate in statements that were made by the US State Department, as well as the US ambassador to Uganda herself, Deborah Malak. And that statement is still on the website, on the State Department's website, as well as the US Embassy website in Uganda, in Kampala. So it's very significant to have a lawmaker in the United Kingdom make this statement. And we have to commend Ugandans in diaspora in the United Kingdom for making this happen by continuing to provide information about General Museveni's tyranny, his corruption, embezzling of state funds. For example, when he flew to London, he flew in a $50 million Gulfstream jet, which was purchased by stolen foreign aid money, because obviously he does not have any way of generating $50 million independently. He does not have any proprietary product that yields revenue stream that would accrue $50 million to himself. On the other hand, he treats Uganda's national treasury as if it is his personal ATM machine. And he also treats financial resources meant to assist Uganda, coming from Britain and the United States, as his personal ATM machine. In fact, the same website of the US Embassy in Uganda has statements by Deborah Malak, the ambassador, condemning the Museveni regime for embezzling funds meant to help Ugandans in the healthcare system to fight HIV/AIDS, malaria, and tuberculosis. And yet, barely 2 weeks ago, the same ambassador was posing with General Museveni and commending Uganda for signing a contract to build a refinery with a consortium of Western companies that includes GE, General Electric. This is mind-boggling and completely wrong and even illegal. Why? Because in December 2017, President Trump, her boss, in his National Security Directive, page 52, said African countries that are corrupt will see foreign aid suspended rather than have it stolen by the elite. And that regimes that continue to brutalize its citizens will either be sanctioned institutionally or individually. That directive applies squarely and solidly to General Museveni's administration. So, why would Ambassador Malak be contradicting that directive by encouraging General Electric to be involved with a regime that is corrupt? She must also be aware that Museveni and his Foreign Minister Sam Kutesa are implicated in an ongoing case in U.S. District Court in New York City, where allegedly, by the U.S. government, alleges that a Chinese national paid Sam Kutesa $500,000 wired from a New York bank to his account in Uganda, where he had set up a fake charity, and also that the Chinese national delivered to Uganda personally gifts, special gifts, to both General Museveni and to Sam Kutesa. And all these were alleged by the U.S. government as bribes to facilitate further illegal business activities in Uganda. So this is a bribe and money laundering case that is ongoing in New York, where the Chinese national is under trial and both Museveni and Kutesa are implicated. Ambassador Malak must be aware of these cases. So why did she disclose this, in fact, to General Electric, the GE executives, that she is facilitating contact between GE and Ugandan administration? This is completely wrong. So we hope that now that Member of Parliament, Paul Williams, has made this significant statement, that more British lawmakers would put the same kind of pressure on the British government to make it clear that it will no longer be business as usual between the United Kingdom and dictator Museveni. And we also hope that members of the U.S. House of Representatives and the Senate will similarly now put similar pressure on the Trump administration to stop treating General Museveni with a business as usual attitude. He's been in power for too long, 32 years. There's been a trend of transition of governance in many African countries now, and Uganda should be next. Thank you, sisters and brothers. Stay strong, stay Pan-African, and may the Creator continue to protect you and to bless you and your family.